there are some lobbyists out there in DC which the Indians tapped.
Right.
The Indians tapped those lobbyists. They found themselves in the Congress, in the Senate, in the American Senate, in the Congress, and they cashed all those statements which Bush administration has been saying or the Obama administration has been saying. They worked on those statements and ultimately they were able to manage these things through Trump administration.
With guest thinker, I'm Almas, Jovindah, and today we are lucky to have with us a very prominent TV anchor, analyst, NDU graduate alumni, Rana Mubashir sahab with us. Thank you very much for your time. It's a very important juncture. Mike Pompeo is in the town, and the much discussed topic is US-Pakistan turbulent relationships that we've been facing all along, maybe right from 1947. Sometimes it's very good relationships and sometimes it's rocky, it's on the worst side of it actually. Now, just to make people understand in America and in Pakistan, I really desire you to help us with the important issues, to identify those and the solution of those. Recently, it went worse, and the new incumbent government in Pakistan, the relatively new incumbent government in America also, though it's like almost a year plus old. How do you see, being a journalist, being an insider, somebody who have a deep grip on these topics, where are we heading with the Pakistan-America relationship?
We need to understand a few things about Pakistan-America relations. Pakistan-America relations have never been so comfy. It's always been rocky.
Right.
It went up, it went down. Okay? After the Cold War era, we were like all there to help out the superpower, America, and we had like covert relations with even Israel, and we had like covert relations with all the intelligence outfits out there, which were like all out to disintegrate Russia.
Right.
So that era, when it was like over after the Cold War era, once again there was a dip down relationship between America and Pakistan. They went nose down.
Are you trying to tell me that we had that successful venture where we fought against Russia? They were reduced to their own country.
There was a lot of leakage, right?
And then
there was a lot of leakage, because
right.
they were like being drained out. The Russians were being drained out in Afghanistan financially, because they were engaged in a war.
Very true.
And they were being drained out. So that literally affected Russia, and Russia got disintegrated. Now, this Trump attitude is not a new attitude. We need to understand this.
It has got a background?
Yes, it has a background. The Trump attitude is not a new attitude, because when Bush administration came in, Bush administration started saying all these things which Trump is doing now. Then came the Obama administration. Obama used to say that we cannot pour money into a bottomless bucket.
You are wasting your money, you're pouring in money and it's going in waste. Actually.
Exactly, this was Obama administration which used to say all these things, quote unquote. Okay? And now the Trump administration comes in. Trump administration started doing it practically. The $300 million which have been stopped now by the Americans, it's like a support fund.
But there was a prior cut down of $500 million also.
But this one, the latest one, is a support fund.
Right.
The support fund means that whatever facilities we had been providing them, we were charging them, right? So they are not willing to pay us that money. The Americans are not willing to pay us that money. Okay, fine.
We need to understand, sometimes the commoner here in Pakistan and commoner in America also, they do not understand what is this support fund. Because you being alumni of NDU, let's understand this better. What is support fund actually? Like they say, okay, 300 million, we say whatever you've been sending us, it's been a support fund actually. Help us understand that.
There are certain strips in Pakistan which the Americans had been using, right?
Right.
So
for the Air Force purposes.
Air support, and all those stuff, the technical facilities, and there are so many, there's a long list of that.
Okay.
So we had been providing them facilities, right? and they're not ready to pay us that. Okay, fine. To tell you very frankly, the present government is not interested in that money even now. What we want is that they need to understand, the Americans need to understand one thing. We have a porous border. The porous border is not like a border which is like a few miles of border between Afghanistan and Pakistan. There's a
And
porous
same is
border.
between Pakistan and India also.
Yeah, no, but this Afghanistan border is a
It's
porous
a
border.
turbulent one.
One house on the border, the backyard of the house will be in Afghanistan and the front lawn will be in Pakistan. This is how things are. If you travel, you can see that one house which is built on the border, the backyard is in Afghanistan and the front lawn is in Pakistan. This is how it
But
is.
Mr. Mubashir, I
But
decide.
I'll try to make the
Okay.
American people understand this.
Right.
thing. You see, we have whenever we go to states, we get very warm welcome over there.
Very good
so
people.
much so.
Very,
that
very warm-hearted people.
I am talking about myself, and I know you've been doing all
True,
these things
true.
also. We are extended very warm welcome over there in America. So much so that we have been they have extended us home hospitalities.
True.
And same was the thing over here. When the Americans used to come over here, when the people-to-people contact going on, when you were doing that in Rotary, and the people-to-people contact was going on, and people used to come to Pakistan, they were also extended like home hospitality in Pakistan. And they had no security issues.
So are you trying to say here that the problem is with the leadership actually on the both sides? If the people are comfortable, they don't find any problem, they interact with each other, the way they did that actually, the leadership,
Almas sahab, there is a trust deficit.
how to overcome that? I mean, like it's taking ages. We need to overcome. We have to have a solution.
We are absolutely right, but you need to appreciate the American approach also right now.
Right.
The American approach, which is right now, which with the delegation which is going to come, like in any hour, right, to Pakistan. You need to appreciate the American approach also.
But what I've heard is,
the
but the
American
perception
approach
is-
is that despite all these things, that there's a rocky situation, they are stopping our support fund, and they don't want, there's a trust deficit. Still the Americans want, they're sending their delegation over here, and the Americans want that they should engage us. They want to talk to us.
But general perception.
This is a big thing. This is a big thing.
The general perception that after the tweet of President Trump was not to handle Pakistan with the baby gloves anymore, to play a hardball game with Pakistan actually.
Whatever statements are coming from the Trump administration, practically when it comes down to practicality, you need to understand that the Americans are sending a delegation over here because location of Pakistan is so important. It's so important that even the Americans cannot ignore
but-
us. One more thing
Right.
I would like to add over here. We want to do the same with the Americans. We want to be engaged with the Americans also. We also want to talk to the Americans also. When the Americans want to talk to us, we also want to talk to them. We also want to sit with them. We also want to tell them your perception. The perception is not what you are getting, There are some lobbyists out there in DC which the Indians tapped.
Right.
Indians tapped those lobbyists. They found themselves in the Congress, in the Senate, in the American Senate, in the Congress, and they cashed all those statements which Bush administration has been saying or the Obama administration has been saying. They worked on those statements and ultimately they were able to manage these things through Trump administration.
Right. Tell me one thing, how difficult it is for the government of Pakistan to counter this? I mean, like if somebody has hired a lobbyist in Washington DC to do it on behalf of any other state actually, we have this right then to counter that, to defend, to project actually the right version of Pakistan. So is it the poor projection of Pakistani cause and Pakistani, what the Pakistan really desire actually? Because there is a narrative going on against Pakistan which we don't find on the ground actually. So not rightly been projected. Why can't the government of Pakistan take an initiative and counter that with the right people who have this perception? Not only the perception, it's not only to reach out to the government, it's to reach out to the people also, reach out to the media, tell people what the ground realities are. Let me know please, why can't the government of Pakistan do the same?
The government of Pakistan had been trying its best to convey our issues, 70,000 plus people
We have lost
we have lost in Pakistan.
billions of dollars.
Billions and billions of dollars.
That's the loss.
Infrastructure of Pakistan has been destroyed because of the war. But the American policy failure in Afghanistan, they are not ready to absorb it.
But why can't they have an empathy? Why can't the Americans understand that we have two countries in close proximity, the China and India, who are trying to look for a supremacy here to control of the region over here, and if they are going to partner with the India against Pakistan, and Pakistan feel insecure for many reasons
I
because
have
of
a suggestion.
India's
I got your point. I got your point.
India's
You know,
involvement.
I have a
Yeah.
suggestion. I have a suggestion for the Americans and I have a suggestion for the Indians also. My suggestion is that be a part of CPAC.
That's true actually.
India and America should be part of CPAC. They are most welcome.
Okay, that's right actually.
Instead of like stopping it, instead of like trying to pressurize Pakistan not to go for CPAC, I personally think the Americans and the Indians should jump into this thing, jump into this opportunity,
But
and
will-
grab this opportunity and be part of CPAC.
But will China let America be part of it, and will Pakistan let India be part of CPAC?
Why not?
I mean, if it was that easy,
You know, it's why not? You know, we have one issue,
what is that?
one core issue. You know, the Americans should help us out in solving that one issue, only one issue, and that is the Kashmir issue. Let the Americans sit with us. There should be a higher powered delegation. In fact, both the governments of Pakistan and India should sit, and the Americans can facilitate us in that.
To reach to that solution. We will definitely.
No. We have an issue, and the core issue is there are so many other issues also, but I'm talking about only one issue. Let the Americans decide, make us sit together, the Indians and the Pakistanis sit together, and America be the facilitator, and they should decide this thing. The core issue between India and Pakistan should be decided, and be China also a part of it. And so if they decide this Kashmir issue, we don't have other issues as such.
Right,
but
right.
we can decide those issues, we can jot down those issues, and we can go step by step. But the core issue is the Kashmir issue. So if the Kashmir issue has been decided,
Unless until that is not
half
that's
of the irritations are gone.
It's gone. But tell me one thing, very important right now. We have got a leadership here in Pakistan. The Prime Minister is Imran Khan, and we have got Donald Trump, and we've been seeing videos on the internet drawing parallel to the both of those. Actually, I don't know much about that actually, but one thing which I really fear, they both are outspoken actually. They do not know the diplomatic part actually, and to mince word whenever they are going to meet, whether it's going to be the United Nations session or the. I really fear there's going to be some harsh words. I mean, somebody saying one thing and the other replying in the same coin. It can be a tough situation. Do you see that happening?
Imran-
Because they are very open and straightforward, both of them.
I got your point. Imran is not going for the United Nations General Assembly session.
Oh,
He's
is
not
it?
going- he is
We
not
heard
going-
it's going for four people or small delegation. No, he's
there
not.
will be a delegation going over there,
But he's not going to be
Imran
part of
Khan is
that.
not going there.
Okay.
So Imran Khan wants to stay back in Pakistan. Imran Khan wants to stay in Pakistan and will try to sort out, come up with a strategy to solve the economic crisis which we are facing right now.
Right.
Imran Khan has stated, as I said, that Obama administration used to say that we cannot pour money into a bottomless bucket.
Right.
So Imran Khan has also come up with a statement. And
what is
Imran
that?
Khan's statement is that we will be partners. We will be partners in peace and not in war.
In war.
This is a statement which Imran Khan has given for the Americans, that we can be partners in peace, but we cannot be partners in war.
What do you foresee with Mike Pompeo being in Islamabad? Where are we heading to? Heading towards the peace and friendship, or is it going to be standstill?
I personally think this is going to be ice breaking.
Okay.
One. Secondly, I think that they need to understand they should start giving Pakistan respect. If this delegation gives Pakistan respect, the due respect which Pakistan needs and wants, if the due respect is there, I think things are going to be moving in the right direction in the days to come.
Very
but if there is no if we are not given respect, and if the Americans are not ready to understand our issues. People say these things that the Americans do not understand the issues of Pakistan. No, I don't agree with this. They do. I'm talking about the administration. They do understand all these things, the problems which we are facing. But as I said, that the policy which they have adopted in Afghanistan, so they are not ready to absorb that thing that is a failure.
Right.
So
right.
they want to put the blame on Pakistan, that probably it's because of the Pakistan. No, it's not because of Pakistan. We are fencing our borders, and we are fencing our borders very quickly.
True.
The process is on. Or the budget of that fencing, the 90% budget of that fencing, which is being done between Afghanistan and Pakistan, goes from the defense budget, from the armed forces budget.
Thank you so very much, and we really hope this is going to help all of us understand actually that the trust deficit that we have between two countries, the lack of information, right information, that if it is said that Pakistan is not taking care of our borders, not many people knows the fence that is being erected over there, and that too with the defense budget of Pakistan, is an effort to reduce the infiltration of the Afghanis into Pakistan, and a lot of other good things being done over here. The problems that we faced actually need to be conveyed, and if those things are understood in a right spirit, actually, trust me, we are going to have a very good relationship between Pakistan and America, which is much desired, which is needed for Pakistan also and for America also, because Pakistan, with the geographical location, the importance that we have over here, actually, definitely every country in the world would like to partner with Pakistan. What we need is to convey our message right, convey our message strong, and to stick to what we commit internationally. Thank you very much.